Yo, what's up guys? Everyone, today I'll be reviewing Mean Girls after 20 years. Yes, it has been 20 years, 9 months. I had a tracker on my phone. It's been like 20 years, 9 months, and 29 days since Mean Girls came out 2004, and I just finally watched it today on, what is today's date? February 28th, 2025. 20 years, almost 10 months later, and I now have finished watching Mean Girls today. I know it's been a while, but other than that, let's get straight into the review. So overall, Mean Girls, I'm not gonna lie, like on some troll-ish, I was like, kind of like, what is this movie really gonna be about? You feel what I'm saying? It's Mean Girls. It sounds like a movie predominantly for women, but I don't have a problem with that. I'm a feminist. Barbie, I love that movie. That was like a 10 out of 10. That was like a feminist movie, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to expect. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Overall, rating out of the way, and then I get to the moral of the story. The overall rating for Mean Girls, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Really good movie overall. The moral of the story, I'm gonna start coming up with these moral of the stories when I'm watching movies. Moral of the story I got was really from Katie. It was to stay true to yourself, and also do not forget your day ones. Throughout the movie, Katie forgot her day ones, Damien and Janice, but at the end they were cool. But y'all remember when Janice was like, yo, Katie, pop out to this art festival or something for me. She's like, no, I gotta do this my double life thing with the plastics. Like, that's not a real one. That is not a real one. Miss Norbury, she gets into some insane things at the end where Katie was in that book talking about how she was like selling, how she was slanging when she was slanging, and the FBI was like searching her home. That was insane. But from the top, Miss Norbury in the first 5 minutes, like 3 minutes to be exact, she was wilding. Like, she literally had her shirt just had her bra, and then the principal was there, and he was like trying to spit game, like, what's his name? It's like Mr. Duval or something. Principal Duval, you are a menace to society, brother. You are a menace to society. Also, Katie being homeschooled up until high school is diabolical. They call her Africa. She lived in Africa all her life with her family, with her parents who were both zoologists, but my brother in Christ. How are you homeschooled to high school? Like, high school is literally the hardest, like, that's like the last place you want to go from being like socially awkward and not having good social skills, and then boom, high school. Bro, high school was tough. Take it from a guy like me. I went to 2 different elementary schools, 2 different middle schools, 2 different high schools. Thankfully one college, and graduated last May. But yeah, Jesus Christ, my brother in Christ. High school is the first time you have a real school. And her first day was hysterical. I mean, she was messing everything up. She literally got bullied her first minute there. Had no friends. She kept getting yelled at by the teachers. That was absolutely hysterical. I finally saw the live clip in action where is Regina in her car with the plastics, and she's talking to Katie. She's like, get him, loser, we're going shopping. I've seen that clip so many times on Twitter, like videos, clips. I never knew where that was from because I never watched Mean Girls. Now, finally, I found out where that's from. Bro, that was when I saw that, I was like, oh. I did the same thing with Friday. Oh my God, Friday had so many classic clips that I saw on Twitter, videos, and again, GIFs. That one was a 10 out of 10. I gave Migos a 9 out of 10 though, but that classic clip, that be feeding families. That be feeding families. Another classic clip, where they're at the Halloween party and they don't tell Katie the script for the Halloween party, which is how girls dress up. They had this insane quote. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress up like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it. Like, that just fried me, because again, I saw that clip as one. Again, it was out of context. I don't know where it was coming from, but now we know where it's coming from, and it is absolutely hysterical. Let's be honest, Regina. If there's one word to call Regina, we gotta call Regina Regina, you are a fucking whore. Like, with all due respect, like, I'm a feminist. I'm respecting for the woman, my sister in Christ. It's just what you are. You feel what I'm saying? So Katie was trying to be with Aaron, who is Regina's ex, but then Regina sees that that Katie wants her to spit game to Aaron, so he can be with Katie. She's spitting, telling insane lies, acting like she's a stalker, acting like she's overprotective, acting like she's just obsessed with him, and then they just end up kissing. And then Katie storms out with their Halloween. She was like a vampire. She had the teeth out, like some red blood like on her face. Like, that was absolutely insane. He ends up leaving, ends up scaring somebody and like fall like right on the porch. That was absolutely hysterical. This man Kevin is a menace. I thought Kevin was a nerd because he was with the mathletes, bro. Kevin was a menace to society. He was trying to act like he wasn't into Katie, and then at the end he's with Janice, who I thought Janice was a lesbian, and I thought Danny was gay, but at the end they kissed, but it's like 1 second and they're both not really feeling it. Like, nah, this ain't for me. And Kevin out of nowhere, this man Kevin come out of nowhere like, what's up? Trying to spit game to Janice, and at the end he ends up, one of the final scenes is him kissing her. Like, this man, how does he get away with this, bro? This makes no sense at all. Regina spamming those cult teen bars because Katie told her that her mom in Africa used to give those to people to make them lose weight, when in reality it's for them to gain weight. And who was it? Regina's boyfriend. I forgot who he was. Was that the one that he was cheating? No, that was the Ethan guy that's on like the swim team or some ish. That she was cheating on him in the like above the auditorium on cheating on Aaron while he was like at a swim or something like that. And that's just absolutely insane. And then we see the teacher, Mr. Carr, messing with two underage girls, and then they're like fighting over him at the end. That man needs to be put under the jail. So what an absolute menace to society. That's just absolutely insane. I don't know how Kevin pulled that, to be honest, but let him cook, I guess. He's a part of the mathletes and he's pulling, so respect. When Regina finds out with like Kathleen bars and then she goes at Katie. And then what really fried me is how they had this whole like seminar about women, and principal finds the book and they're like, who wrote this? Regina put up the book to him and she's like, oh, somebody did this, somebody wrote this, calling me a slut and this, that, and the third. When we literally saw she was the one who wrote it, but trying to play it off like she wrote that about Katie. She was trying to play that off with a picture of her with the glue, stick it with the words that she was writing about Katie, like it was about her, when in reality it was really about Katie, but she put her picture on it. But she's a menace to society, we knew that already. So they end up having a seminar with Tina Fey. Shout out to Tina Fey, by the way, as Miss Norbury. Was that a correct name? Norbury, Mrs. Norbury. Yep, that's correct. Miss Norbury. And it was a seminar and one of those like games where you have to say something and then somebody goes in the back and try to catch you. And Janice was just letting them. We did this, that, and the third. Gave you the Kathleen bars. We pretended like you were my friend. We Katie was feeding us information. We gave you the Kathleen bars. She's not really your friend. She's just been feeding us information. We've been talking about you when behind your back and this, that, and the third. Like, just absolutely hysterical. That really had me in tears because Janice, you are a savage. Like, that is savage. Coach Carr, you need to be put under the jail cell. Jesus Christ, like, that's not even funny. Like, even 20 years later, like, the fact that nobody even said anything insane, like, oh, they were just laughing about like the students, like, no, this man is literally messing with two underage girls and they're just laughing, like, no, like, what are we doing? Yeah, man, I generally don't even know at all. This is absolutely insane. Janice, the lead character, shout out to her at the end with that boy Kevin, who, hey man, I guess, man. Katie at the end, shout out my boy Blackboy Max, if you know, you know. She was in too deep with her fake double life. She was not messing with Damien and Janice. Like, she was in too deep. She had the popularity, she had this and that. She was supposed to go on a little side mission, but she went too deep in. She wasn't hanging out with her day ones. And then when Janice told Regina about the whole entire thing, about the clique with I never mentioned everybody else, with the clique with Karen, with Gretchen, and with it was like a hysterical name. I forgot her name though. Shout out to her though. I forgot her name. Who was a part of the Plastics? Hold on. This is gonna fry me. Who was part of the Plastics? Katie, Gretchen, Karen, and Regina. Okay, yeah, it was Karen. Yeah, Karen. 20 years later. Cool. At the end, obviously, Regina ends up getting hit by the bus, but she has like a fractured spine. Let's be honest, Regina had that shit come on. I mean, she was literally just talking in the middle of the street, not looking back, and then the bus just boom. At the end, and right after that happened, Katie was like narrating like she was dead, but thankfully she wasn't. Thank the heavens for that. I mean, I don't mess with Regina. I mean, she's hot, but she's a menace to society. She had that coming though. Let's be honest. W Katie at the end though for with the crown pieces winning like what's it like prom queen or whatever for the whole entire year for the thingy, and then the Ethan guy that was cheating with Regina ended up winning for the men's. And the parents were there because Katie was grounded and they saw that, and the principal, that was absolutely hysterical. So she ends up winning it, but ends up breaking it in half and then giving a piece to everybody like Janice, to Gretchen, to Regina, and I think that was it, and giving somebody other pieces, like smaller pieces of people in the crowd as well, just throwing them out. So yeah, WK at the end, she finally came to her senses. But like I said, the moral of the story, stay true to yourself and don't forget your day ones. Don't forget the people that brought you there, the people that welcomed you open arms from day one, because at the end of the day, who was there for at the end? They instantly, after all that happened, they forgive her. So at the end of the day, do not forget your day ones, because if nobody has your back, they will. And that's just facts. So Mean Girls, 8.5 out of 10. 20 years later review, would definitely recommend. Other than that, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.